The shocking allegations, linking Aaliyah to the Diddy trial. Uncovering the dark side of fame. In the ever-evolving saga surrounding Sean Diddy Combs and the explosive allegations arising from his current legal battles, a new and deeply disturbing name has surfaced: Aaliyah. Often remembered as the angelic voice taken too soon, Aaliyah's legacy has remained largely untarnished, until now. But if the whispers from the courtroom are to be believed, her untimely death may be more sinister than we ever imagined. What's most chilling is that these allegations suggest Aaliyah, like other young women in the industry, may have been exploited, silenced, and possibly blacklisted by powerful men. As shocking as it is, the Diddy trial has begun to paint a picture far darker than any of us were prepared for. Let's take a deep dive into what's been revealed so far and how Aaliyah's name has become entangled in this growing web of abuse, trafficking, and alleged cover-ups. The trial begins, a glimpse into darkness. From the very first day, the courtroom was filled with tension. Allegations flew thick and fast. The first witness, Daniel Phillip, a 41-year-old former male escort, claimed he became entangled with Diddy and Cassie back in 2012. His testimony was laced with disturbing details, including an instance where he was allegedly asked to urinate in Cassie's mouth. As crude as it sounds, it set the tone for the type of behaviors that were reportedly normalized in Diddy's inner circle. Adding further weight to the accusations was the testimony of Israel Flores, a former security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles. Flores described a harrowing incident where he responded to a call about a distressed woman, Cassie, on the 6th floor. According to his recollection, Diddy answered the door in nothing but a robe and socks. Cassie was on the floor, visibly shaken, and allegedly nursing a bruised eye. Flores claims Diddy tried to bribe him into silence, but he refused. Cassie reportedly whispered, "I just want to leave," instead of calling the police. These disturbing accounts were already enough to shake the entertainment industry. But then, amid the chaos and horrifying testimonies, Aaliyah's name emerged. Aaliyah and Diddy. A history of proximity skeptics may wonder, was Aaliyah ever close enough to Diddy for her to be mentioned in the court documents? The answer appears to be yes. Several photographs and public appearances link Aaliyah to Diddy, including an infamous 4th of July party in 2000 attended by Diddy, Aaliyah, Damon Dash, Jay-Z, and Jennifer Lopez. In one photo, Aaliyah and Diddy were even seen lounging in bed. Hardly the sort of image you'd expect from passing acquaintances. They were also spotted together at the 2001 MTV Movie Awards, among other events. It's clear that Aaliyah moved in the same circles as Diddy, Jay-Z, and R. Kelly, three men who have now been associated with deeply troubling narratives about their treatment of young women in the industry. The R. Kelly connection and industry silence. The late 1990s were a time when Aaliyah was making her mark in the music world, and unfortunately, she did so under the mentorship of R. Kelly. Their relationship, widely documented and universally condemned, was deeply problematic. R. Kelly was accused of marrying Aaliyah when she was just 15 years old by forging documents. It's been alleged he did this to prevent her from testifying against him in court. Jay-Z and Diddy, who were both closely aligned with R. Kelly at the time, professionally and socially, have come under scrutiny for their apparent indifference or complicity. Nas once claimed that Jay-Z had seen underage girls around R. Kelly and said, "You can't tell me Jay didn't see that." Whether Diddy also turned a blind eye or played a more active role in these events is now a matter of speculation, especially as his trial unfolds. The Hype Williams angle and the fatal flight adding another layer of suspicion to Aaliyah's death is the role of music video director Hype Williams. Many have questioned why Aaliyah's final video shoot, initially scheduled to be completed on a Miami green screen, was suddenly moved to the Bahamas. It's a detail that doesn't sit well with those familiar with Aaliyah's well-documented fear of flying. She typically traveled with family members for comfort, but she made this trip alone. On seeing the small twin-engine plane scheduled to take her home, she reportedly said, "I don't like this plane." Despite her apprehension, she boarded. Even more disturbing is the claim from Kingsley Russell, a young Bahamian teen at the time, who said in Kathy Iandoli's book, Baby Girl, better known as Aaliyah, that Aaliyah refused to board the plane and returned to the cab. According to him, someone then gave her a sleeping pill. She was later carried onto the aircraft unconscious. We now know the plane was severely overloaded. The weight distribution was faulty, and the pilot had a falsified license and substances in his system. With all of these red flags, people are starting to ask the unthinkable. Was her death truly accidental? The Diddy, Jay-Z, and R. Kelly. Triangle One chilling theory gaining traction is that Aaliyah was in the way. By the time she began to rebel against the exploitation she faced, the men around her may have seen her as a threat. R. Kelly allegedly impregnated her. Jay-Z reportedly knew about their relationship, and Diddy, some speculate, played a role in ensuring she was silenced for good. While this theory remains unproven, the pattern is difficult to ignore. Diddy is now being accused of trafficking women across borders, allegedly including Aaliyah and Rihanna, and using them for the benefit of powerful figures in the industry. If true, it would mean Aaliyah was not only a victim of abuse, but a pawn in a much larger and darker game. Rihanna and the border allegations. Rihanna's name has also reportedly surfaced in the Diddy investigation, and some sources claim the feds have already spoken to her former publicist. Though this part of the case remains shrouded in secrecy, the possibility that multiple female stars were trafficked under the guise of international tours or private events is alarming. Could Aaliyah have been part of this same system? If so, her resistance might explain why she was allegedly blacklisted, and potentially more. The legacy she deserved. What makes these revelations particularly heartbreaking is that Aaliyah had finally started to reclaim her agency. In one of her final interviews in Paris, she spoke of a recurring dream. It's dark in my favorite dream. Someone is after me. Then suddenly, I lift off. I fly away, far away. No one can reach me. No one can touch me. Was she foreseeing her fate? Or was it the subconscious cry of someone already deeply troubled by the forces surrounding her? She added that despite the pressures of fame, she wouldn't trade her career for anything. Honestly, everything is worth it. The hard work, the fatigue, the sacrifices, because performing in front of thousands makes me happy. Yet behind that happiness, the industry may have been crafting her downfall. The conspiracy web, J. Cole, Beyoncé, and Mary J. Blige. A popular conspiracy theory ties Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy to the untimely deaths of not just Aaliyah, but also Lisa, Left Eye Lopes, and Michael Jackson. Fans point to J. Cole's lyrics in She Knows, where he sings, "Rest in peace to Aaliyah, rest in peace to Left Eye. Michael Jackson, I'll see you." Was it just a tribute or a cryptic nod? Adding fuel to the fire, Mary J. Blige once said she feared she was next after Aaliyah died, stating, "I don't know what kind of freak accident they're going to put me in or what kind of overdose they're going to sort out. But I knew I was next." Her ominous words suggest a level of insider knowledge, or at the very least, paranoia born from real industry patterns. Final thoughts. Is it all just smoke? To be fair, not all of these claims are backed by court-proven evidence. Much of it remains rumor, conspiracy, and whispered accusations. But as the Diddy trial progresses and more names are exposed, it's becoming harder to dismiss the idea that something deeply sinister may have been going on behind the glamour. Aaliyah's death may forever remain a mystery. But if these proceedings uncover even a fraction of the abuse these women endured, it may bring long overdue accountability. Whether Diddy was directly involved in Aaliyah's fate or merely part of a larger toxic ecosystem, the truth is surfacing, and the world is finally listening.